Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nasalli ala rasulihil kareem. So moving on, we are discussing the Shibhul Jumla and the different ways the Shibhul Jumla can be used in a Jumlatun Ismiya. And after completing that, we're now discussing how it can be used in a Jumlatun Fa'liya. So we went through this before quite a few times. Phrases. We have different types of phrases. Those that match in Arab, which are ma'tuf alayh, harfu'at fil ma'tuf, and mubdal minhu badal. We have those phrases that match in all four aspects, which is the descriptive phrase, man'ut nat, the demonstrative phrase, which is the ismul ishara musharun ilay. And then we have two phrases that don't match. Is a possessive phrase with mudaf ilay, with mudaf and mudaf ilay are both nouns, showing solid items or concepts. Then we have the preposition phrase, which is restricted to certain positions, which is the mudaf ilay, where the mudaf is a zarf, it shows time or place, and the jar majroor. And then the shibhul jumla, we said it can become in a jumla ismiya, either as a khabar, a normal standard khabar, zaydun fil masjid, or we can have a khabar muqaddam, fil masjid rijalun, translated as there are people in the masjid. Or we can have the la li nafil jins, la rajula fil masjid. In all three of these scenarios, the jar majroor become the khabar. In jumla fa'liya, if the maf'ul fi, the shibhul jumla in a mudaf ilay form, you label it as maf'ul fi. And the rest of the slots is where a jar majroor comes to show time, maf'ul fi ghayru sarih. Jar majroor shows reason, lam or min ajli, maf'ul lahu ghayru sarih. Or if it's maf'ul mutlaq ghayru sarih, ka, ba or min, where it describes the action or shows the tool or the material via which the action took place. And you have maf'ul bihi ghayr sarih, is where the verb took place. Okay? Not the verb, the object shows the object meaning. Now, we have one more structure here before we move on a bit more deeper, is that tamyiz can also be in a jar majroor form. Okay? For example, a common with ba, min and fi. So for example here, if you look at these two structures, before, when we done tamyiz, we said, for example, Rabbi zidni ilma. So we have an easier way of saying it. Zadallahu nabiyya ilma. So ilma is a mansub, and it clarifies and removes any ambiguity into which aspect the ziyada and the increase took place. And this is a tamyiz, a normal tamyiz, because it comes as a mansub, and it's a noun, and it's nakira. But if you put fil ilmi, it is the same job. It's telling us more detail, more information regarding which aspect the ziyada and the increase took place. So this is called what? Tamyiz, but tamyizun ghayru sarih. The indirect tamyiz, i.e. indirect, because it uses the means of fi, or harfun jar. You understand? Okay? So we will say here, same structure. If we had it, azadallahu nabiyya ilma, that would become what? Tamyiz. And if it's fil ilmi, it becomes now tamyizun ghayru sarih, the indirect tamyiz using the means of a harfun jar. Understood? So let's look at this one here. Al-ina'u mamlu'un labanan baridan. So the container is filled. There's a slight ambiguity regarding what is filled with. So then we can put here, this becomes a tamyiz, a normal tamyiz. It is filled with cold milk. Yes? But if you were to say, Al-ina'u mamlu'un bilabanin barid, there's the same job. It is telling us what it's filled with. But the only difference is now it has a harfun jar. It translates the same, yes. So we see the top one, the container is filled with cold water, cold milk. And here, the container is filled with cold milk. Yes, so the structures are different, but the target meaning for us is the same in English. When you go into balagha and do eloquence, you realize a slight difference in this, and one has more emphasis, etc., etc. But for now, the translation in English is the same for us. Okay? Yes? Understood? Okay. You want to have a go at this? Muhammad? Kanat is fa'alun naqis. Then ad-dunya is ismu kana, and then mamlu'atan خبر كان خبر كان and بالظلم والجهل تمييز غير صريح. When you get more detail, there's another way of doing this tarkib as well, but for now this is fine. There's another way you can do it when you get more detailed structures. Transition would be ignorance. The dunya was filled with ignorance and oppression. Okay. Hamad, you have a go at this one. فَاقَ يَفُوقُ. What does فَوْقَ mean? To be above. So فَاقَ يَفُوقُ, فَوْقًا is a verb. To excel, to supersede. So فَاقَ is فعل. فاعل. This is مفعول به. أقران is a plural of قرن. قرن means your peer. Those who are the same level as you, same age group, same category as you. And then fil ijtihad. It's tamyiz ghayru sari, because it's telling us how, or in what aspect he excelled his peers. Tamyizun ghayru sarih. Okay. What I would say here, ma'atuf alayhi ma'atuf first. Then jar majroor. A transition would be, this boy exceeded, surpassed his peers. Ijtihad, effort, hard work. Thereafter, najaha yanjahu najah, success. So this boy surpassed his peers in hard work and effort, thereafter in success. So if you work harder, you will succeed more. Understood? Yes? Okay. You want to have a go at this one? Go ahead. Yamna always going to be? Fa'il. Then? ظالم is a fa'il. مفعول به. مفعول به. تمييز. What kind of تمييز? تمييز غير صريح. Because it's showing you with what he filled his scales. تمييز غير صريح. Continued فاعل. Good. This is فاعل. So you say here فاعل. And it continues over here. Number 2. And then al-mizan. مفعول به. Continued. And بالحسنات. تمييز غير صريح. Continued. So then you have here معطوف عليه. معطوف. معطوف عليه. معطوف. معطوف عليه. معطوف. They're separated. Translation will be?
The oppressors fill their scales with bad deeds.
Correct. The oppressors fill their scales with bad deeds.
And the believers fill theirs with.
And the believers fill theirs with good deeds. Understood? You get it? Yes? So then again, we have the Jumla Ismiya, we have the structures of those, and the new one we added onto our table here was Tamyiz Ghayr Sarih. In Jumla Fa'liya, we can have a jar majrur becoming Tamyiz Ghayr Sarih. Okay? And as I said, when you have many huruf in jarra, if you can identify, does it show reason? Does it describe the verb? Is it the object? Or is it clarifying? Then you can put it into one of these 4 categories. Or if it shows place. Sometimes it might be difficult to put into one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. If you're struggling, then it's nothing to panic about. It can be, it needs a lot of experience. So sometimes you can get it easily. That yes, I know what it is. If you're struggling, that I don't know which maf'ul slot it fits in, especially the maf'ul ghayr sarih slot. Because I said the huruf and jarra are very technical and have a lot of deeper meaning to it. So then just say maf'ulun ghayr sarih. simply label it as, so you can, any one of these, if you're struggling, and don't be lazy and say, well, in Turkey, just leave it all out. But if you're genuinely saying, well, no, I'm struggling, or you can't figure out, just know that it will be one of the maf'ulun ghayr sarih slots. Okay? Try to make it simple. If it shows time, the maf'ul fi, the jar majur, it'll maf'ul fi ghayr sarih. If it shows reason, for whom, why, it'll be maf'ul lahu ghayr sarih. If it shows maf'ul mutlaq, if it shows, describes the verb, the material or the tool is maf'ul mutlaq. If it shows whom the object is carried out upon, maf'ul bihi. And if it shows clarification or removes ambiguity, gives you more detail, then it becomes tamyiz. And if after that you can't, this questions don't solve it, doesn't solve it, this is maf'ul ghayru sarih. Okay? Okay, and then these are the phrases, and we've been through this quite a few times. Okay? Okay, subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.